Everybody to the No Name Podcast episode 3 with Rob and Josh. So we're bringing you some sports. We've got some news. We've got some WTF is going on, or your Krabby's Corner.
That's what
We've got a bit of a top 5, and this week it's time for me to put you under pressure with a bit of a tenable going on. You were quite generous last week. You gave me a relatively easy one, so I'll hit you back with one that I'd be surprised. If you didn't get all 10.
I will definitely not get all 10.
I'm
sure you'll know.
Right.
No, I'm not the best at stuff like that, but we'll see. We'll find out.
So sports, we normally talk about Coventry, and we normally talk about how Coventry have just beaten somebody.
Yeah.
But it's the international break, which is a downside because there's no football, no Cov games.
Not any good football.
But the upside, we're still top of the league.
We are, yeah.
For another week until I think at the time of this going out, we'll be just about to play Blackburn at home, which is a sellout, by the way.
Yeah, they've just opened the ticket exchange.
Just opened the ticket exchange, which is great. It's a fantastic. I was thinking about going at the weekend. There was no tickets available, which is a fantastic problem to have.
Yeah, I've got a game, so I won't even get to that final score, which I absolutely cannot stand. I can't get it off. But I like because I always come to you on the side that the time of the goal score, 2-0 car. About half time in my game will probably be about 8-0 anyway, so it won't really matter.
It's a fantastic problem to have, because I remember going back a few years and it was almost like if you'd have bought a season ticket, they'd have named the stand after you.
Well, you almost bought a season row, didn't you?
Rather than if you had a season block, I think, but now it's difficult to get tickets, and that's fantastic for the club.
How it should be.
It's how you want it to be, and how I don't think it's ever been in our time at the Rico, or the CBS as it is now, because I think even in the early days when we were in the Championship, when we first went to that stadium, I don't think we ever really sold it out. No. In fact, we had a terrible record when the crowd was over 25,000. But the international breaks happened, and another good thing about Cov being good at the moment is some of our guys
have got players to follow
have been out there representing.
Yeah.
So Jay De Silva, I watched England beat Wales 3-0 the back end of last week, and Jay De Silva played left back for Wales, and in a tough game where Wales really weren't very good and England really were good in the first half, he held his own.
I thought he was quite good.
He did a good job. I think didn't you say he was like the second highest rated player?
Yeah, he was
for Wales
on one of the midfielders or something. But I don't think he did much wrong. Obviously, Saka scored a worldie, but he didn't beat De Silva because De Silva was tracking the runner. He didn't beat De Silva to score it. So
I thought, considering Saka's one of the better right-sided players in the Premier League, I thought fair play to Jay De Silva. He did a good job. And then Haji Wright played for the US. I think in the first game, I think they played Ecuador.
I think he came on with about 10 minutes.
He came on with a few minutes to go and didn't really have much chance to shine. But last night, so Tuesday night, he played for the US against Australia.
Who, by the way, were on a 7-game win streak before that.
I think played 65 minutes, scored 2 really, really well taken goals.
Very good goals.
Really good goals. Showed everything that's good about the way he plays. The one of them, he goes down the sort of right-hand side, cuts in and finishes round the keeper. It's 2 really good finishes. So his form carries on. Only thing that worries me is he played last night, which was Tuesday night, in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And we're now going to be expecting him to play on Saturday.
By the way, he will play on Saturday.
Yes, I think he will. I think when a player's in that sort of form, they can't not play.
Well, he's going to get back. They're going to go to him. Do you feel okay? You didn't pick up any knocks. Are you ready to go? And he's going to say yes, because there's no way he will want to sit on the bench.
The only thing that worries me is when you're jet lagged and when you're tired. That's when you do something silly, like pick up like a silly niggling, and it'd be devastating for Cov at the moment.
It would be.
If he got injured and missed games, because he's so good and he's playing so well.
Yeah, I think as a sportsman in any sport like that, when you're on that form, you don't ever want to sit on the bench. He'll be. I think there's the part of it where it'll be like, he'll rest because he's just had the international break where he'll be telling the coaches at COV that he wants to play. 100%.
What would be great for him would be if I think like you said when we were chatting about this in the car the other day, would be if he starts with, like we have been in the last couple of games, 3-0 up after. So what we want to see from Hadji or from City then is for them to be a couple of goals up and him have the chance to
come off,
get off and get a bit of rest. But going on to that, so we played Blackburn at home.
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
I don't think they take part in many high-scoring games. Though I know a lot of teams don't, and we've been putting it past them anyway. But I mean, after an international break, I'll probably go for a 2-0 Carve.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think they're good enough to score against us if they play how we can play.
I was having a look earlier. They've only won 2 games so far this season.
Yeah.
Out of 9 played, and both of those have been away from home.
Oh right, okay.
Which is it's a slight strange one. I'm with you in that. To be honest, I was going to go 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
I fancy us to score in every game just because we create so many chances. We don't look. I hope I'm not cursing anything here. We don't look like conceding.
Yeah.
Very many goals at the moment, and I think with that Luke Wolfenden, the new signing, starting to play a little bit more, I think he's only going to make us better.
I don't think
at the back
there's a way in which they beat us.
No,
it might be a draw, but they won't beat us on Saturday.
I love Bobby Thomas. I love Liam Kitchen. I think they've both been brilliant for City. Sort of the back end of last season, particularly now into the start of this season. But you watch Luke Wolfenden play, and bit of
class to him.
He's better, definitely better.
Yeah.
On the boy. So you've taken 2-0. I'll go 3 then. I'm not going to go for 1. I'll go 3-0.
Just for a bit of context, I will never, no matter who we're playing, ever come on here and predict COV to lose.
No.
We could be playing Real Madrid on Saturday and I'll still
fancy us for
COV
a
to
draw.
win. So that will never be a loss from me.
So we'll move on to the other sport that we're both into.
I've got nothing positive to report.
I feel like this might be a little bit of a therapy session.
Ah!
Do you want to talk about the Ravens?
Every week when they play, I think whatever's happening right now, I've got to talk about in front of a camera. So please just have something good to say. And it wasn't going too badly at the start until it started going badly.
Well, it was 0-0 at kickoff.
It was 0-0 at kickoff, and then I think it might have been like 3-3 for a bit at some point. But I think they lost. I think we scored 6.
I can't remember.
But by the way, I think there's a stat where in like the last however amount of games, the Ravens are averaging 6.5 points without Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Which is less than a touchdown and making the kick, by the way.
And I saw a guy who sort of covers. He's got an NFL podcast, and he was saying if anything, the Ravens being terrible at the moment kind of highlights how good Lamar Jackson is.
So I also saw a discussion, which this is interesting, considering what I know you'll have your say about who should be it, but if Lamar Jackson, because we've got a bye week this week, so he'll play in the next game, if he comes back now, we win out for the rest of the season because of him, make the playoffs and win a couple of playoff games, is Lamar Jackson the MVP? Because technically, that would show that he's the most valuable player to his team in the league.
Yeah,
if his team are that terrible without him, and then he comes in and turns it around, it shows itself, doesn't it?
Now, as a Buccaneers, so the Buccaneers beat the San Francisco 49ers
quite easily
on Sunday, 30 points to 19 to move to. They've got a 5-win and 1-loss record, which is the best record in the NFL.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't have their starting one of their starting offensive linemen. They were without their 3 top receivers and their top running back, and they still put 30 points.
It's impressive.
All right, San Francisco didn't have Nick Bosa. They've lost him to end of season injury,
I think.
And Fred Warner, who's like a future Hall of Fame linebacker, absolutely amazing player, suffered one of those real make you feel sick injuries. I think in the second quarter it was one of those where they cut to it and his foot's pointing the wrong way. It's just a horrible ankle dislocation and break. So it's no matter how much you hate an opposition, how much you want to beaten opposition.
You never want to see.
You never ever want to see a player go down like that. It was awful, and like fingers crossed, he makes a full recovery and makes a return to the NFL because his age is getting up there a little bit. But he's been a phenomenal player for years. But we've got to talk about Baker.
Baker might be MVP.
Baker is at the moment. It's only 6 weeks into the season. We're about a third of the way through. But his level of play at the moment has just been on a different planet.
If the season ended tomorrow, he'd be the MVP.
He's the best player. I think he's the best player to watch in football at the moment. And I know I'm biased because I'm a Bucks fan.
Oh yeah, but he is.
When
he is.
If you are into the NFL, and we'll try and find it to put a clip on at this point. When the Bucks were third down with 14 yards to go, and he's got two gigantic defensive linemen charging at him that look like they're going to plant him into the turf, and he gets away from both of them, runs for 20 yards in the first down, and then the following play throws an absolute bomb into the end zone.
Yeah, for a touchdown.
For that rookie receiver, that was his first touchdown in the NFL.
Was it?
Yeah. It's just Baker's on a different level. Do you know who he played this weekend?
Bye week.
Is it bye week this week?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't lose. Happy days.
Yeah. So when we record the next one, we'll still be 1-5.
Yeah. We play the Lions, Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
Which is a tough. It should be.
That should be a good game.
For the neutral, it should be a really, really good game, and it could genuinely go either way. You'd probably just about give them the advantage because they're the home team, but form would probably suggest that the Bucks are going to win it by 1 or 2 points.
Yeah,
Baker's going to do something ridiculous.
It's one of those on the day games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where realistically, it's whoever turns up on
It's
the day.
going to come down to little bits here and there. If a defensive player for one of the teams makes an amazing play, or an offensive player makes an incredible catch, or a kicker kicks a ridiculously long field goal, that's going to be the difference.
But I always think with
between
stuff
the two teams.
If you look at the odds for sports games and stuff, you can have whatever odds you want on the Bucks and the Lions game, but if Baker Mayfield slips the linesman and runs for a touchdown, you can't put that in the odds, can you?
No.
Where it's like he might mess up that slip and get planted, and then you lose. So it's like you can't predict anything, can you?
We've had some great games against the Lions in the last couple of years as well. We beat them at their place in a season where they were heavily favoured to make it to the Super Bowl. Then they beat us in a playoff game a couple of seasons ago in what was an absolute classic. Both teams deserved to win. It was one of those games.
I feel in the NFL, you do in every sport to a certain extent, but majorly in the NFL, you get a lot of games like that where it's like both teams probably should have won.
Yeah, I mean, it was the season. Jared Goff was having the season of his life, and he played absolutely amazing as the Lions quarterback. And they came out with a sort of narrow victory against us, but it'll be a good game.
Also, to do with the NFL, because I know you did it as a bit of a Mickey said last pod. Shout out to the Giants for beating the Eagles. Holy cow!
Go on. And Vicky, I know you watch this. The Pats.
They won.
What's going on? 4 wins.
They're 4-2.
They're 4-2. Who saw that coming at the start of the season? The Pats are absolutely right. And I heard a trade rumour, potential for Derrick Henry to be going to the Pats.
Not Derrick Henry.
I don't think it will happen. But
no, I need him to stay around, otherwise I'm going to lose my head.
But yeah, so we'll see. I'm going to say the Bucks are going to win. I'll go 31-28, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But it should be a class
game. It should be a nice close game, hopefully.
A quality game between two really, really good teams. So that's our sports.
Not much to update. Again, I know he said with the LeBron section, but he's got sciatica on his right side.
He's injured at the moment.
He's injured for about 3 to 4 weeks. But yeah, next section.
Yeah. So the news then. There's a couple of things. We want to talk about. Obviously, the world news at the moment is really depressing. We don't want to be depressing. We want to be positive and upbeat. And there's a few things. There's a couple of sort of stories before we move on to our rants and our top fives and that kind of stuff. There's a couple of stories that just caught my eye, because one of them I thought was funny, and one of them I thought that's the way things should be done. So in the States, there was a news reporter in the States, and he's in the studio and he's interviewing JD Vance, who's the US Vice President. He's interviewing him via video link.
Yeah.
And he asked JD Vance, we'll try and find a clip of it. He's asking JD Vance a question.
I might struggle to find a clip of it. There's not one playing that because I haven't.
So he asks JD Vance a question, and as most politicians do, he avoids the question and gives off some. They waffle. Yeah. They waffle the same stuff that they always do, talking about just totally off the subject. So the newscaster cuts him off and answers the question, asks him the question again, trying to get him to answer the question, a bit like the famous Jeremy Paxman interview people will remember back in the day. And again, JD Vance goes off on his same path. They just say what they've got to say, don't they? So the newscaster cuts the interview off and carries on reading the news.
Yeah. And
I thought that was brilliant, because I thought there's so many, whichever side you come down, whichever political sort of persuasion you are, so often these politicians come onto news programs or onto stuff on the telly, and the news reporter is asking the questions and they don't answer them.
Yeah.
And there's someone who's not massively political but wants to take an interest in it. It's one of the things that really pisses me off, because you're sitting there and you're thinking, just answer the question.
Yeah.
You've been asked a really simple, really straightforward question. Just answer it. And I think for a lot of politicians, if you've done something, if you're being called out on something, you've made a decision and it hasn't worked, that happens sometimes. Just own it. Yeah, we thought this was going to be the case. It turns out we were wrong. This trying to defend everything constantly drives me nuts. So I thought that US TV host, I thought he did a brilliant job. He's like, no, I'm not going to listen to your waffle. I'm going to cut you off and we're going to move on.
Which is what you do if you were talking to a normal person in real life. If they just kept waffling bollocks, you just wouldn't listen to them.
Change the subject, yeah.
So that's how it should be. They are normal people, and it's a very important part of life. So they shouldn't be treated any differently.
Well, if I ask you what you want for dinner tonight,
and I started talking about training,
and your answer is a list of things that you wanted for Christmas when you were 10.
Yeah. You just switch off. Shut up.
Yeah. And the other one, the note that I've made for myself in here to remind me of this, just says Tommy made a twat of himself.
Yeah, I saw that, but
so everyone's favourite right-wing lunatic.
I assume that's who it was about.
Tommy Robinson.
Talking about making a twat of himself.
He'd had a go. Obviously, we talked last week about the video that Gary Neville had made, and how certain people had taken offence to that, despite not being mentioned it. But anyway, there was an incident somewhere where somebody was mugged or beaten up or something, some sort of attack. And Tommy Robinson tweeted Gary Neville, or X'd, whatever you
not Twitter,
sent an X to say, oh, I bet that was a white middle-aged male that committed that crime, wasn't it?
And it was.
And it turned out that it was the crime in question had been committed by a 31-year-old white British male. So obviously that tweet very, very quickly disappeared, like it didn't exist. But I just think,
be careful.
Just be careful what you put, what you do, what you say on social media. And I just think, because you're always setting yourself up to look like an idiot, and he set himself up to look like an idiot again.
I mean, that's an idiot to like the people that like him. I think everything he says makes him look like an idiot, but that's just my opinion of it.
Yeah.
Whereas I said, we're doing it again, which is annoying because I know we said we wouldn't, but you can't help it sometimes. Like I said, in the last episode, I don't know if you've watched it all the way through, but I was recording it and I realised we were talking about the Gary Neville thing, and I was like, we said we weren't going to make it overly political in the news section, and we've done it again. So it cuts to about a 30-second clip of me. That clip, if you've watched that podcast, was recorded at about 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's me sat there editing the podcast going, I'm so sorry guys, we said we wouldn't make it political. And then we've come on again in the 2 news stories. It's not been political, but they're 2 political characters, aren't they? I'm going to have to put an apology clip in.
The other thing that made me laugh as well was the brilliant. I don't know who came up with the nickname, but there's a couple of people in it on social media that have started referring to Donald Trump as Taco the Clown, and it just makes me laugh. But anyway, President Trump was trying to send the National Guard into Portland, Oregon, to sort out the war that's going on there. And what was brilliant is when they were filming the footage of where all this unrest and where these riots are taking place, it was a bunch of people in fancy dress dancing in the street. And it just made me smile. It's like, sending the troops to deal with a guy dressed as a Pink Panther dancing to. Yeah, it's fantastic. Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah, enough to do with silly people.
We'll move on from the news. It'd be nice to have some positive stuff to talk about in the news, wouldn't it? But it's so depressing when you.
To be fair, they have announced the end to the war in the Middle East, which is very good. That is a positive. Hopefully, I know there was.
Fingers crossed it sticks.
Yeah, there was some Gazans killed by some Israelis for apparently breaking the ceasefire agreement, but hopefully that just sticks and there's a bit of peace left in the world.
We felt that it's felt over the years there might be opportunities for there to be some sort of peace,
but
never
quite happened, does it?
For both sides, and it's one of those that I don't have an opinion on either side other than war is bad and people should stop killing each other.
Yeah, war is bad and peace is good.
If there can be a setup over there where people stop killing each other, and particularly children and vulnerable people stop being killed for a political cause, then I'm for that path.
Yeah, because I think Donald Trump is an absolute whopper, but credit where it's due. He's done good in this scenario.
If it holds, I think he's announced it, but we want to see.
Yeah, anyway, next section, because forget the news.
WTF is going on?
Oh, God, my one this week. I'm going to try not to start sweating and get riled up.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Go on.
God, I get so annoyed.
Because I'm going to get I've got to get myself prepared to get wound up about
it. My WTF moment, I was going to do this one last week, but I forgot to do it and I picked international breaks because it was relevant. God, my one is when you're in a supermarket of any kind and you're walking down that, especially if you want to pop in there quickly, and somebody stops right in the middle with a trolley to turn to the and then but you'll get people stop. They won't just grab what they want and carry on. People will stop, look at the thing, check their list, look at the thing again, check their list, open the thing, grab it, put it in, and it's like either go to the side or know what you want. How can you stop, buy something that you want, need to check your list twice and then look again? Surely you know if you needed a cucumber, that's that thing there, just pick it up and take it. What takes so long? It's just ridiculous.
I bet they're the same people that drive in the middle lane of the motorway.
God, it does my head in.
I was ranting about last week.
The reason this became my Krabby's Corner, as I call it, is because when I would say the Aldi that's at Cannon Park, I go there sometimes before training if I want like a Lucozade or something, and oh my God, it does my. Because obviously for that type of thing, you go in there quickly and you want to be in and out, and you'll get people that will do that. And I just think, oh my God, get out of everybody's way, and there'll just be a queue of people behind them trying to get past, and it's like, what? Move to the side. It's like, how are you that incompetent? But yeah, that's my rant over. Sorry. God,
just get out of the way. Move the trolley to the side.
Irritates me. People
you genuinely need to calm down after that.
I'm not going to do it as a Krabby's Corner, but it's like people that walk slowly in front of people. That just like right in the middle, so slowly. It's just like get out of everybody else's way. It's like they're robots that are put there by the universe to wind you up. Anyway, your go. Jesus.
He's off.
Honestly, I can go bad on stuff like this.
Josh has lost his head. My one is something that I could probably rant for about 20 minutes on if I wanted to, but I won't, so stick with me. It's kind of born out of watching the international games this week, particularly the England versus Wales game. And it's people that boo the opposition team's national anthem.
Yes,
I've managed to get to this point in the podcast so far this week without swearing, which is pretty good for me. But people booing the opposition team's national anthem while it's being played, fucking grow up.
Yeah.
It's so pathetic.
I don't really know why.
It's so stupid. It's so pathetic. It was awful at the England game.
I think from both ends.
From both, yeah. I think they played the Wales national anthem. They normally play the away team first, don't they?
Yeah,
they played the Welsh national anthem first, and the England fans booed. So they played the English national anthem. The Wales fans booed. Get a fucking hold of yourself.
So stupid.
And I hate because you think God Save the King. Well, that's the English national anthem. When it's played at matches, brilliant. But there's some great national anthems out there as well, and the Welsh one is one of them.
Yeah, well, I just think like
I just don't get the mentality.
It's a 2-minute song to sort of symbolise what the team are playing for. So it's like, and I think the part of it that irritates me most, that might go under the collar a little bit, is like, as a player, if you've just been called up to a national team, one of the moments you feel the most pride about that is standing there in the middle of the pitch whilst everyone sings the national. Like for the England players that have been picked for the England team that were playing at Wembley, some of them that haven't played so much, like people like Elliot Anderson, you're standing there whilst 80,000 fans sing your team's national anthem. That must feel amazing. That's why you see people that cry during the national anthem.
Totally.
It's like one of the most prideful moments, and you've got people in the crowd. Boo!
I think it's so disrespectful.
It's weird.
It's so pathetic. It's so stupid.
It's a weird thing. So I've never.
It's so unnecessary. I think these same people that talk about being patriotic and blah 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 blah, and then you go and boo another country's national anthem. It's just it's so horrifically disrespectful.
Can you imagine if they started playing? I mean, you wouldn't hear it, but if they started playing "We'll Live and Die in These Times" at the Cov game, and the away fans started booing,
it's just
that is so weird.
It's the same thing. I really hate it. I mean, even when you watch you play that, I want England to batter teams like Wales and Scotland and the sort of the other home nations as much as anybody else, but I also want to hear their national anthem at the start of the game because they're so good.
But it's not like that you boo the national anthem of a country that are like an enemy of England. It's literally Wales. Like you can.
It's just
we're like 2.5 hours away.
It seems to happen, especially if you watch tournament football. If you go back and watch the games, the Euros, the summer before last, almost every game.
It is every
the national anthem. It didn't matter. It wasn't just. I'm not saying it's just England fans because it isn't.
Yeah.
It's fans of every country seem to boo the opposition's national anthem.
It is so weird.
Get a fucking grip of yourself.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
It's a bizarre thing to do. But anyway, blood pressure can drop now. What's the next section?
The next section is our top 5. So far we've had our. What was the first one?
Things to consume bacon with.
The best ways of eating bacon. Last week we had our top 5 trophies, and Dave commented actually with a quality trophy that I hadn't thought of. It slipped my mind, which was a claret jug, which is the trophy that's awarded to the Open champion golf.
Right.
Beautiful trophy. I'd forgotten all about that one, but definitely deserves a mention.
I had a top 5 one to suggest, and I can't remember it now. I'll try and remember it for next episode.
This week, we might cause a little bit of controversy, but it's going to be your top 5 meal deal combos.
I think this is a bit of a tricky one because the things you can get from there change a lot. But yeah, I think well, we'll do a joint top 5 again.
Yeah. So you get your sandwich, your crisps, and your drink, don't you?
But you don't know, do you? Because you can get sandwich, and then you can get the snack range is so big now. You can get yogurts, you can get
there you go. So where's
the chocolate bars? You can get.
It's a sandwich, a snack, and a drink, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. So what's your?
I think my first one would oh no, actually you go first because you can have 3 for this section. I'll have 2.
So I'll go. It's got to be the ultimate. The top has got to be a BLT sandwich. It's going to then be, if you can get them, a packet of salt and balsamic vinegar kettle chips.
Yeah, they're the best crisps in the world, by the way.
And then I'm going to go for, just for the first one, I'm going to go for a can of iced coffee.
Yes.
Caramel latte if it's available, but I'm not fussy.
Yeah, I get that. The only sad thing I'd have about a coffee bin in it is you've got no longevity to it then, because it's done. It's a one and done sort of item, isn't it? Where like, in my suggestion, I could keep mine going for a day, or I could save mine for later. Where like, if once you've opened
Perhaps some of my other combos might be better.
It's gone then, isn't it? That's the problem. I think my first one would have to be. I don't know if they still do it at Tesco's, because they used to at One Stop, which I know is owned by Tesco's, if you didn't know. But they used to do the triple breakfast sandwiches.
Oh,
and
yes.
they were the only filling where you got. I don't know why this is the case, but it was the only filling where you got a triple, not a double. And actually, there's one more, which is going to be my second one. But yeah, that's got to be the sandwich, and then the snack. They do these, do you know, like the chicken sticks that come in like the paper packets?
Like the chicken satay sticks?
Yeah, they're like the thick ones. They're like the thick ones. They're like this, and you'll have they do a nice and spicy one. They do like a Chinese style sauce one. I think they do like just a plain like normal chicken one, but I think that would have to be the snack. That's a good snack, that is. And then for the drink, I'd just go one of the Lucozade Sports. Not the fizzy ones, like the still, just the standard Lucozade, because
orange. You got orange flavour.
Either that or the raspberry. All Lucozade Sports are lovely, so any of those, take your pick.
Nice. That would have been one of my sandwiches, so I've got to think about it a little bit. Those breakfast combo ones are mega. Gonna go hoisin duck wrap.
Oh, I was going to pick that for my next one. I'll pick my other option.
Tesco's are the best ones. Hoisin duck wrap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. There's a bit of a theme here. Salt and vinegar McCoy's this time.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna go for a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Fair play. That's a strong 3. That is a strong 3.
That's tough so far.
I think. Second. By the way, I'm doing these straight off the top of the dome. Like I've done no planning for this at all.
Yeah, me too. To be fair.
God. I've got a strong choice for what I put as my second sandwich at Joggar's at wrap. I really want to put one of those chicken wraps in there. Now I'm gonna have to do it. The other triple selection that you can get, the only other one I believe, is you get the triple cheese selection.
Yes.
Where one of
That's
them,
a good one.
One of them is cheese and pickle. One of them is cheese and onion, and one of them is cheese and tomato. But that's not going to be popular, and that is such an old-fashioned choice.
Simple but effective.
I'm a simple but effective guy, and that is just cheese and onion. It's not like slices of cheese and like rings of onion. It's, do you know, it's like mixed into like one thing, so it just looks.
It's making me hungry.
Bang, and those cheese and onion sandwiches are bang. Snack. We'll say once an item's been used, it's taken. So I can't have salt and vinegar kettle chips because that's what I would have put. But I won't pick that because item's taken. I will go Thai sweet chili sensations by Walker's for the crisps. I think I was going to pick like the granola yogurts where you pour the top into the bottom. I was going to pick that for practicality. The crisps win. Drink. Iced coffee's been taken. I'm gonna have to go for cherry Pepsi Max.
Decent.
I think.
Decent.
For my shot. Or a white Monster if you've not had a white Monster. I'm not really an energy drink.
I'm not an energy drink guy, to be honest.
The rare occasion where I have one, that's the best.
I've got a Lucozade every now and again, but I'm not.
That's not really an energy. Like Lucozade, not really an energy drink.
No.
Not like a Monster or a Red Bull or something. But yeah, I think that would be Yeah, I'm happy with that actually. I'm happy with that choice.
So the last one then, I'm going to go the Southern Fried Chicken wrap.
That was good. I'm happy with that because that's what I was going to do. Yeah,
that one. I'm going to go a different way with the snacks. I'm going a double decker.
Oh, interesting.
But then I'm going to keep it nice and simple on the drink, and I'm just going to go for a 7-Up.
Do you know what? It's so just plain lemonade is just so underrated.
I'm just going to keep it real.
And I think what we've shown here, and this is from my expert analysis of meal deals comes into play. I think meal deals work best where only one of the sections is allowed to have a little bit of flair. The rest of it's got to be kept simple. So if you've got a flary item, you've got to pair it with two simple. You can't have 3 items that have got flair.
Otherwise, if you go for like your spicy, if you go for a spicy or like you say an exotic sandwich, you've then got to chill it out. You can't have like chili heat wave Doritos.
Well, you're not having. That's what I'm saying. You're not having one of like those mad spicy wraps. A spicy chicken stick and a white monster, are you? Because that's your day over. Like that's just stomach issues waiting to happen.
But let us know in the comments. I mean, we know that we've created 5 of the perfect meal deal combos there, but let us know what your choices would be.
Yeah, look, you only have to put one. You don't need to create a top 5 list unless you want to.
So we'll move on to the last bit, which is the tenable section, and it's my turn to
come on then.
This time, which is why I've got my phone. Now, my prediction is that you're going to get at least 8 of these.
I'd be annoyed if I didn't. I think I'll use all 3 wrong guesses as well.
It's the top 10 all-time Premier League leading top goal scorers as it stands today.
I'm excited for this. I'm a bit nervous.
in terms of the order, so
go on then.
There's 10 to get. So who are you going with first?
Number 1 is Alan Shearer.
It is. Any idea how many goals?
261.
260 according to. I'm on the Premier League website.
Oh, okay, I thought it was.
According to this, it's 260.
It might be then.
So the big man Alan Shearer.
Yeah, I'll go.
Love his podcast as well, by the way.
Rest is football is brilliant.
If you don't watch it, start watching it.
They do a section similar to this on it.
They're brilliant.
I'll go Harry Kane.
Whereabouts in the top 10 do you think he is? He is on there.
I can't remember.
But whereabouts do you think he is?
He's very high.
And how many goals do you think
is he 4th?
No, he's higher than that.
3rd?
Second.
He's second now. So yeah. I was going to say, that's why I said him second, but I didn't think he got that high yet.
So he's second with 213 goals.
Is it? Oh, I wouldn't have said that high. Fair enough. Next, I will go for Andy Cole.
Andy Cole is 5th with 187 goals. So you've got 1st, 3rd and 5th. First, second and 5th so far.
I'll go with my favourite ever Premier League player of my lifetime, Sergio Aguero.
He's on the list. Do you think he's higher or lower than Andy Cole?
Lower.
He's 1 place below.
Is he? 6?
So, and Andy Cole scored 187 goals. Sergio Aguero scored 184.
I will go for Wayne
Rooney, 3rd.
Yeah.
208 goals.
So I've got 1st, 2nd.
You've got 1st, 2nd and 3rd, 5th and 6th.
Okay. I will go. This is where it starts to get a little bit harder. He's really banged him in. He's got a lot of goals. I'll go Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard is 7th with 177 goals, which, considering he played in midfield and everybody else on the list is an out-and-out striker, apart from one. It's ridiculous that he scored so many goals.
And some people watching this might think this is super easy, but a lot of these players are before my time, so having that in the top 10 is a little bit difficult. Because there's so many players I want to say, but I'm just not sure.
To give you a clue, in the entire top 10, there's one player on the list that's still playing.
Harry Kane?
In the Premier League.
Oh, still playing in the Premier League. Okay. There's one player that's still playing that's on the list.
Yeah.
Still playing at like a good level. He's
Yeah.
not like a scrub. Is it Mohamed Salah?
It is Mohamed Salah's fourth
He's fourth?
with 188
Jesus.
goals.
I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be like ninth or 10th.
Yeah. So you've got the top 7 you've got so far without losing a life. We need 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Right.
8th is a super famous player that you've definitely heard of.
Yeah.
9th and 10th, it'll be a good effort if you get them because they are both a bit before your time.
Is one of them Dwight York?
That's a good shout, but Dwight York's not on there. That's one life gone. I used one life last week, so we're tied at the moment. They scored 175, 163, and 156 goals, respectively.
He's the last like megastar left.
You'll kick yourself if you don't get it.
I don't think Ronaldo's on it, but is it Ronaldo?
Ronaldo's not on there.
I didn't think he
That's
was. 2. There's a list I've seen recently where he's 10th now. I can't remember what it is.
That's 2 lives left. Gone. Sorry.
Is Dennis Bergkamp on there?
No.
No! I thought it's the start. There's so many people I want to say that I don't think I'm right.
So,
oh, bollocks, I failed the list.
The ones that you didn't get.
Can I have a is it Van Nistelrooy?
No, I would have gone for him as well, but he's not on there.
Hazard?
No, so
these players are amazing, but...
In 10th place with 156 goals is Jermaine Defoe.
I didn't know that as well.
In 9th place with 163 goals is Robbie Fowler.
Oh, yeah.
And then the one that I really thought you'd get, 8th place with 175 goals, is one of my all-time favourite Premier League players, Thierry Henry.
Obviously, Jesus.
Is one
that's poor from me, that is. No, I've seen the 3 that I left. I should have got those.
7 out of... So, to be fair, Jermaine Defoe and Robbie Fowler would have been tough because they're before your time watching football.
They're still there. So no, I think with the Premier League goal scorers one, it's tough compared to the NBA one because the NBA is like kind of obvious because it's scorers, where like the Premier League is a bit, because there's so many names that you'd think that would be in it, like Van Nistelrooy, Bergkamp, people like that just scored loads of goals but haven't quite. I think a lot of the time with the Premier League, which is different because the NBA, because they're just in it the whole time, some of the names you think of just didn't do it for long enough. Like people like Ronaldo, they banged in loads whilst they were here, but like just not for long enough. It'd be like if Haaland was to leave Man City in 3 years, he wouldn't make that list. Well, he probably would, but he might not make that list. But it'd just be because he didn't do it for long enough, not because he wasn't good enough at the time. That's what makes that list so tough to get, I think. That's a good one.
They all sounded like excuses to me.
There were excuses, yeah. There were excuses. So it's 10-7 now in the points ranking.
Or 1-0, however you want you want to do it.
Yeah, we've got to start thinking of them for next. It'll be me doing it for you next
week. Challenge me next week, yeah.
Pretty good episode that was, I think. I'm coming back from my revenge in 2 weeks for the Tenable episode, so stay tuned. But thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching as always. Yeah, drop some comments, drop some likes. Feel free to give it a share. We're trying to keep the amount of people that are watching it going a little bit. We enjoy making them. As I said before, I don't care if nobody watches it. We'll keep on making them. I think sort of when you
start making stuff like this, it goes like this at the start, and then it sort of you come like that, and then you just start to find the people who will actually watch it. And as it starts going and going again, it'll start going back up again.
I hope so.
Do you know what I mean?
I hope so.
I don't care what we're enjoying.
No, that's it.
Putting them out, to be honest. I think at some point, we were talking about it the other day, weren't we? We'll have a video on here where we'll be trying weird food combos.
Yeah.
Won't we? That might be in a few weeks. So we'll find a weird food combos.
Suggestion. But...
I thought, I was going to say, if you've got a weird food suggestion, leave it in the comments, because what we'll do is if
I don't do spicy. I'll just put it out there now.
Just they don't have to be like. There have to be ones where you would think, I love this, but you wouldn't really want to admit it to anybody.
Yeah.
Or like you wouldn't take it in to eat in front of people. So like I think some of them will try like, I love Marmite and cheese. Start a bit.
Quality.
Yeah, quality, like, but like not usual. Do you know? I know a lot of people like that. They're not usual combos.
We'll see what we come up with.
Yeah, see if you've got any, and we'll give them a try for a bit of a laugh for a video. That'll be its own video. So that'll be coming at some point soon.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
and
thank you very much.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, see you in a
Cheers.
bit.